Welcome back, motorcycle enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a full and detailed review of one of the most talked about entry-level sport bikes of the year, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-250R. Whether you're a beginner looking for your first ride or a seasoned rider curious about what this 250cc machine brings to the table in the modern era, you're in for a treat. This review is going to walk you through the side and back profile of the bike, its interior feature SAS, the instrument and rider interface count as its interior, its performance on both city roads and open highways, price point, and a final conclusion to wrap it all up. From the side, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-250R offers a sleek and aerodynamic silhouette. Suzuki has stuck to its racing roots, borrowing much of its aesthetic from its bigger brothers in the GSX lineup. The fairing is sharply styled with angular lines that give it a more aggressive stance. The fuel tank, slightly sculpted, allows for better knee grip and comfort during longer rides. You'll also notice the subtle graphic upgrades that add more depth to the overall design. While the design remains relatively conservative, Suzuki clearly opted for functionality and comfort over flamboyance. It's the kind of profile that turns heads in an understated way, and not trying too hard, but always delivering style. As we move to the rear, the design continues to impress. The tail section of the 2025 GSX-250R has been tapered and lifted just enough to give the rider a sporty edge, but it still provides a passenger seat that isn't purely symbolic. The LED taillight is integrated cleanly into the tail, giving the rear a crisp, modern look. The twin-pod exhaust is tucked low and tight, reducing visual bulk and maintaining a balanced aesthetic. The rear fender and number plate mount are positioned to comply with international safety standards but don't interfere with the clean visuals. From this angle, you also get a clear view of the rear monoshock suspension and the alloy wheels, which carry forward that classic sport bike look. The swing arm, though basic, adds strength and rigidity to the rear frame, allowing for a confident and smooth ride even over uneven roads. Now stepping into what we can consider the interior, the rider's interface and cockpit. This is where the GSX-250R really tries to connect with the rider. The digital analog instrument cluster gives you an easy-to-read tachometer paired with a digital speedometer, fuel gauge, clock, odometer, gear position indicator, and more. The backlighting is bright and easily visible even in daylight, which is a small but important feature. The handlebars are set slightly lower than a standard commuter, giving the rider a more engaged, slightly leaned forward riding position without going full supersport uncomfortable. Switch gear is tactile and responsive, and the overall layout feels familiar to anyone who's ridden a Japanese bike before. It is simple, efficient, and reliable. When we talk about performance, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-250R holds its own respectably in the 250cc segment. It features a 248cc parallel twin engine, liquid-cooled and fuel-injected, producing around 24 horsepower at 8,000 revolutions per minute and 23 Nm of torque at 6,500 revolutions per minute. These numbers may not sound groundbreaking, but the bike isn't built to be a track monster. It's designed for urban mobility and weekend fun. Acceleration is smooth and predictable, with a linear power band that favors novice riders but still gives experienced ones enough to enjoy. The 6-speed gearbox is slick and transitions are buttery, which really enhances the feel of control. In city conditions, it performs admirably, with responsive throttle and excellent low-end torque. On highways, it can comfortably cruise at 110 km per hour, with enough left in reserve for overtaking if needed. The chassis is tuned more for comfort than outright performance. The telescopic front forks and rear monoshock are soft enough to absorb daily road imperfections but still firm enough to keep the bike planted during spirited riding. The braking system consists of a single disc at both ends, equipped with ABS as standard in most markets. Braking feedback is decent, though not razor sharp, which again matches the intended use of the bike. It's not meant to be overly aggressive but rather predictable and safe. One of the GSX-250R's strongest selling points is its fuel efficiency. Riders can expect somewhere between 70 to 85 miles per gallon depending on riding style and conditions, making it one of the more economical options in its class. The 15-liter fuel tank offers an impressive range, which is perfect for those looking to commute daily without constant refueling stops. And then there's the comfort. It's genuinely a pleasure to ride over longer periods. The seat padding is sufficient, the footpeg position is natural, and the low seat height makes it accessible for riders of various heights. As for pricing, Suzuki has kept it competitive. The 2025 GSX-250R is expected to retail around $4,999 to $5,299 depending on the market and optional packages. That puts it right in the sweet spot for entry-level sport bikes, and when you consider the bike's reliability, build quality, and brand trust, it becomes a very compelling proposition. Sure, it might not have the flashiest tech or the highest specs, but what it offers is consistency, value, and a balanced riding experience that appeals to both beginners and seasoned riders who want a practical machine. So, who is this bike really for? The 2025 Suzuki GSX-250R is perfect for new riders who want a sport bike that's forgiving, efficient, and easy to live with. It's also ideal for commuters looking for a stylish and economical ride that can handle daily use without complaint. Even veteran riders who want a reliable second bike for daily errands or relaxed weekend rides will find something to appreciate here. It's not a race bike, and it's not pretending to be. It's a realistic, well-thought-out machine that delivers just enough thrills while still being manageable and sensible. In conclusion, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-250R continues the legacy of reliability, practicality, and understated style that Suzuki is known for. It may not win drag races, but it wins in areas that matter most to everyday riders: comfort, efficiency, ease of use, and cost of ownership. The updates for 2025 are subtle but meaningful, especially the refined fairing design, updated LED lighting, and the revised seat structure that makes long rides more enjoyable. For under $6,000, you are getting a machine that doesn't cut corners on build quality and offers a dependable, stylish way to enjoy the world on two wheels. If you're in the market for a bike that looks sporty, rides comfortably, and doesn't break the bank while carrying the trusted Suzuki badge, the GSX-250R is worth taking for a test ride. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more detailed breakdowns and honest reviews of the newest bikes and cars hitting the road in 2025. Ride safe and see you in the next one.